Let's be honest, the IELTS test is really demanding. The most challenging part of the test for many candidates is the speaking test. Now, one of the ways to deal with the nerves is to understand what the examiner will be looking for on the day of the test. In this short video, I will explain what the examiner will be looking for. When your examiner will be listening to you while you're speaking, they will be looking out for 4 things. Number 1, fluency and coherence. This means they will be looking out for how well you can speak continuously and logically, and how well you are able to organize your ideas and link them together. Let's take an example. Let's say that you are asked to describe a memorable trip or holiday. Pay attention to the following response.
I remember a trip I took to Paris with my family last summer. We visited many famous landmarks, like the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre Museum. One of the highlights was a boat tour along the Seine River, where we saw the city's beautiful architecture from a unique perspective. Overall, the trip was an unforgettable experience due to the rich culture and history we encountered.
This example shows a continuous and logical flow of ideas with clear connections between sentences. One of the ways to help you ensure fluency and coherence is by using the 4W rule. In this response, the person describes where they went, when they went, what they saw, and why they enjoyed the trip so much. This is a strategy you can use in your own speaking test too. The next thing the examiner will be looking for is your lexical resource. This means they will be paying attention to your range of vocabulary and the accuracy of your word usage. They will also be looking at your ability to use idiomatic expressions and less common lexical items. To put it more simply, you will need to be selective about your use of words. Try to use words and phrases in order to impress the examiner on the day. Let's take an example.
During our excursion to the majestic Grand Canyon, we embarked on a thrilling hike along the South Kaibab Trail. The panoramic vistas were breathtaking, and we marvelled at the diverse geological formations. Each layer of rock told a story millions of years in the making, providing a profound sense of the Earth's natural history.
Now, the example you just heard demonstrates a use of wide range of vocabulary, including less common words like excursion, majestic, panoramic vistas, and geological formations. Now, although you wouldn't normally use these words on an everyday basis, remember, this is an exam, and you want to impress your examiner as much as you can, showcasing your ability with the English language. The more advanced vocabulary you endeavour to use, the higher your IELTS test score will be. This is why I always encourage my students to learn a few idiomatic expressions as well, since the knowledge of idioms demonstrates that you have an advanced understanding of the English language. The other thing the examiner will be paying close attention to on the day is your grammatical range and accuracy. They will be paying close attention to your use of grammatical structures and the complexity and accuracy of your sentences. Let's take an example. Listen to the following response and pay close attention to the grammatical range and accuracy.
Last year, I traveled to Kyoto during the cherry blossom season, which is called sakura in Japanese. While I was there, I stayed in a traditional ryokan, which is a type of Japanese inn. If I had had more time, I would have explored the nearby mountains as well. Despite my busy schedule, I managed to visit several temples and participate in a tea ceremony.
This response uses a variety of grammatical structures. One piece of advice I give all my students is that they should try to use conditional sentences. This is because conditional sentences are grammatical structures which will easily be identified by the examiner. And finally, the examiner will be paying close attention to your pronunciation. This is perhaps the most important aspect of the speaking test. Your IELTS examiner will be paying close attention to your clarity of speech and the naturalness of your intonation and stress patterns. During the speaking test, the IELTS examiner will be looking at your ability to be understood without effort from the listener. Let's take an example. Listen to the following response and pay close attention to pronunciation. In December, I visited New York City for the first time. I was particularly excited about seeing the iconic Times Square, especially at night when it's brightly lit. Another highlight was visiting the Metropolitan Museum of Art, where I spent hours admiring the vast collection of artwork from different eras and cultures. In this example, the speaker uses clear and natural pronunciation with appropriate intonation and stress on key words like excited, iconic Times Square, brightly lit, and Metropolitan Museum of Art. The speech is easy to understand without effort from the listener. To conclude, when preparing for your IELTS speaking exam, pay attention to these 4 criteria. Number 1, fluency and coherence. Number 2, lexical resource. Number 3, grammatical range and accuracy. And number 4, pronunciation. The knowledge and understanding of this criteria will help you to focus your studies and revision. Good luck. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.